Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy day 2 of this process. Hope you're feeling good going into the weekend. I want to start us out with a short grounding exercise. So, I'm a big fan of connecting to the breath, connecting to the body as a way to ground ourselves and just check in like what is actually going on inside of me. So if you're able to, wherever you are, um, yeah, just take a breath. Like notice how your breathing is. You don't need to try to change anything, but yeah, connect, tune in, um, and give yourself a little space. You are doing awesome and you're showing up. So allow yourself to really feel into that. Okay, thanks for taking a breath with me. Now, I want to do a quick reminder. If you haven't already, please share an intro. We're so excited to meet you. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the job search process and we'll connect on homework. But as a reminder, we've got the target role. If you don't have clarity on that, that's a little bit of ongoing work there for you. And I'll give you a little bit more homework just here in a second. I do want to talk about sharing wins, and those wins can also include losses like rejections or being ghosted, which seem to just be part of this process these days. So any evidence that you're putting in the work is a win for us. So whether it's an interview or getting a rejection, let's celebrate it because it means you're moving this process forward and that is success, right? So I'll remind you to share wins throughout the next few weeks, but anything you have now, feel free to throw that in there. And it can also be, like I got up and I got into some action today. That counts too. So let's hear what your wins are. All right, so today I want to talk a little bit about time blocking to build your job search process into the rest of your life. So part of this exercise, I'd love for you to just take a moment and write down the different roles you play. Maybe you're a parent or a partner or a caretaker or a pet parent or maybe you're working, whatever, fill in the blank. Take a moment to write that down and think about how much time goes into each of those things and what that means day to day or week over week. And I'm going to, talk about time blocking. So I want this to be inclusive of all areas of your life and also so that we can create some space for this job search process. So first step, what do you do outside of the job search, right? And let's get that down onto some paper and overestimate. As humans, we tend to overestimate what goes into that. So think of things like going to the gym, taking care of yourself, whatever that means, sleep, commuting, etc. Hobbies, if you've got them, whatever. Okay, so bringing those in. And then the second part is going to be thinking through the job search process. So we've got things like your resume, which we're going to talk about, showing up to this 30-day container, thinking about your target role. There are going to be elements throughout all of this that require time. So where can you time block that onto your calendar? And obviously this will be kind of a rough estimate because some of it is going to look different day over day or week over week through this process. But to the best of your ability, where can you create space to be in the job search? And that can also include time blocking future interviews. Like, hey, I'm at my prime between 10 and noon every morning, or the afternoons are great for me, or I've got responsibilities, so this is really the only window, and that's the time you would give to recruiters. So you don't have to think about it, right? We're trying to get a little bit of autopilot into this process, and to create ease, like we talked about, right? In space where when you wake up and look at your calendar, you've got a sense of, hey, this is what needs to get done. I know you do in general have that sense, right, of the things that have to get done, but where do we really consciously, intentionally put the job search stuff in? So another thing I want you to start thinking about now, tracking your progress as you move forward, tracking your process. So people who you reached out to, who, conversations you've had, start keeping track to collect that data. Okay, let's hit pause there. It is Friday. Have an awesome weekend, and I will see you again next week. I hope you have a fruitful time and also relaxing. Make sure there's space for joy and rest and relaxation. Okay, see you soon.